Cloud again this evening, light winds, 28 the high. Wellington mostly cloudy, northerly strengthening in the afternoon, 22. Christchurch occasional rain, especially around midday, nor'easters and 20. And Dunedin cloud at times. The northeasterly changes southwest late evening, a high of 20. It's almost 7:10.
And it's Morning Report. School students from right across the country are taking to the streets today to demand action on climate change. From Kerikeri in the north to Invercargill in the south, students are downing school books and picking up protest banners. One of them is Luke Wijohn. He's a Year 13 student at Western Springs College in Auckland, and he's joining me now in the Auckland studio. Kia ora, good morning.
Kia ora, Gowan. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. What are you doing today and why are you doing it?
So today down in Auckland, up in Auckland, we've got the school strike for climate in Aotea Square, but also, as you said, all over the country. The reason that this grew in New Zealand basically was inspired by the Australian ones, the UK, all over Europe, and then all the way back to one girl, Greta Thunberg, who striked on her own one day, and then that movement just grew across the world.
And what are you asking for today? What are you asking for from the government?
So we have got our three demands. That's to keep climate emissions and rising temperature to no more than 1.5 degrees. As per the IPCC report. We've also got to transition to a more green
economy, or
the cows. I've forgotten the word.
So in terms of agriculture,
yeah,
emissions,
agriculture. Yeah. That's the one. Agricultural emissions. Sorry about that. Early in the morning now. Yeah, and our other one is to stop fossil fuel and oil drilling in New Zealand.
Okay, and what do you say to people who have opposed this and says kids should be at school, they shouldn't be going on strike?
I think it's short-minded, really. I think that probably can only stem from a lack of understanding of how severe our situation is. See, we've got reports out of the UK saying that they're running out of fertile land, and about 30 years they're going to have no more food being able to grow. And then we've got ones from Canada, the UK and US saying that in less than 30 years, we'll have no more fish in the ocean. It's kind of clear that we're on the verge of mass starvation, and no one seems to really care.
What has your school taken as an attitude towards this? Are they supportive?
So my school, Western Springs College, is one of the only really supportive schools in the nation. My principal was one of the first to come out in support of the strike. And actually, we were kicked out of Auckland Girls Grammar School. That's where we used to organise the strike.
They didn't want to be part of it? They didn't want to have you involved?
Yeah, they tore down all the posters and they told us we can't meet there anymore. So then once Western Springs heard that, they were happy to have us.
Are there any sort of consequences? I know that some are talking about, well, it's okay for the students to go, but they should go to detention on Monday morning.
Yeah, I think I read something on that. I mean, anything to make it more significant, hey? These consequences go hand in hand with it, and if it can up the ante, it shows that thousands of kids are willing to go to detention or risk getting. And it sounds
like it sounds like you're taking it seriously, and you've done your research and you've done your work on it. Is that the largely held position? Are people taking it seriously and looking at these issues seriously as part of this protest? Are they researching it?
Yeah, I think definitely there's a lot of people like that. For the people that are just coming along because all of their friends and we've all told them to, and they know they care about climate change, but they're not too sure on the details. We do have a climate scientist talking today, and we're hoping we can do a bit of a learning as well, so people can come. I mean, we're taking them out of school, so they may as well learn something while they're there.
And what is your message to the government today, or to the older generation who at the moment have control over what happens with this?
That the younger generation will not tolerate their inaction for the last 30 years. We know we're being stitched up, and we're not going to let them steal our futures from us.
Thanks for your time this morning, and thanks for coming in. Do appreciate it. That's Luke Wijohn. He's a Year 13 student at Western Springs College here in Auckland, and one of the organisers and spokespeople for the group. It's just before 7:15. Let us know your views on that one. 2101 on the text message. You can tweet us NZ Morning Report or email us morningreport@radionz.co.nz. I'm not sure whether Facebook